Today, we've got some incredible video for you. And we're going to take an approach to this that's a little different today. Greg, why don't you explain all that?
Yeah, so a couple of things. This is a wonderful video because we get to see somebody pretending something doesn't matter and watch it erode right in front of your eyes. It's a beautiful video. We're going to take a little bit different approach. Instead of doing the four panes, I say something, Chase says something, we're going to do a discussion, what we see, kind of interact a little bit. One key note, I wanted to say thanks to Alex over at Midwest Safety, where we picked up the video. Go check him out. His YouTube channel is Midwest Safety, and he gives good tips at the end of these videos from a law enforcement point of view. Great channel.
Is there a reason why you're coming over here?
No, I'm just admiring it. It's a nice car. See the wheels? Real nice. Just admiring it.
And you can keep on going then.
Hey, it's not illegal to be in a public space.
You can go ahead and start me a tow, please. I'm at Target for a black Honda Civic.
Look how nice and shiny this dude's wheels are. This thing looks slow, man. You waiting for something?
I'm towing the car.
Why?
Because it's got no plates and the VIN's covered. Not yours, huh? No idea?
Look at me like I'm doing something wrong.
You're chilling in a public spot, man. You can do whatever you want.
I know.
Cool?
Man, this cop's trying to tow this random dude's car. What a shame.
Yep, what a shame.
It's gonna be real expensive for that guy.
Yeah, I guess so.
You wanna get your fucking nasty ass shoe off that rim?
Is this your car, man?
I got it.
Because we can like solve this real quick just by you opening the car, removing the VIN. But you shoved the paper in the VIN. I can't read the VIN. It's got no plates, so I'm assuming it's stolen. So per RCW, I gotta seize it, get a search warrant, remove that, and read the VIN.
Hear me out. Is there a black two-door Honda Civic with white wheels and a aftermarket wing reported as stolen?
There's
No.
1,000 stolen cars a month in Pierce County, bud.
The answer
And this
no.
is the most common
The
stolen
answer is
vehicle in
no.
Pierce County.
The answer is, why don't you just uncover it yourself?
I can't. It's inside the car.
What a shame.
What a shame.
What a shame.
So if this is your car, we can go ahead and solve this crisis. But if you're not going to claim ownership of this, then just...
Why would I claim ownership of a car that's got a cop that's 100% going to hand out tickets?
Right. That being said, it's going to come to the Gay Car Police Department. We're going to go ahead and seize it on a search warrant.
Seize it on a search warrant for what?
You know what this guy needs? Needs his ears pinned back and a haircut. It's pretty bad.
I thought you were going to make a comment about the 4-year-old bangs, but
Oh man, well, that's an oldie.
You know what I thought of when I first saw this?
What?
It's the "you're not my real dad" energy throughout this whole time.
Yeah.
you know what I said to Scott earlier? You know what he reminds me of? There's two breeds of birds that do this: a killdeer and a sandpiper. They'll fake a wing injury to get another bird or an animal away from their nest. That's sure as hell what this looked like to me right
Yeah.
now.
Well, and the thing is, this kid, I still couldn't figure out why he was doing this. You know what I mean? I figured, well, he's showing off in front of his girlfriend, number two. And then number one, I think that's his personality type, is to do that. And we're going to find out why, as you know, here in just a little while, that he's like that.
Well, what kind of person would put an aftermarket wing on a Honda Civic for a start? So I just had to look up after a wing, which is in UK terms, I think it's the spoiler. It's the thing at the
Spoilers, what I
back,
call them
which
too, yeah.
my understanding is, and look, I'm no motor enthusiast. I don't even drive, but my understanding is the idea of that is to put it's kind of a reverse wing. Instead of creating lift,
Yep.
it creates pressure down because the car has got so much acceleration, it's going so fast that the back wheels have to be pinned down to the ground. It's a Honda Civic.
But those cars actually are the darling of a bunch of tuners and stuff like that.
Okay.
So like I'm a V8, you know, as I always say, no, there's no replacement for displacement. Anybody who's a car person will know I'm a car person when I say those words. I mean, the bigger the engine, the better. But a lot of guys take these little Japanese built engines and spin them up such high RPMs that it gives them a lot of horsepower torque, that kind of
Well,
thing.
so it does seem like, so it's like dogs, isn't it? You know, owners become like their dogs, or dogs become like their owners. Has he become like his Honda Civic? His little engine, it's like turning over like massively at the moment. So body language wise, he's blading up and down. He's got the side of his shoulder on to him. He's not fronting off to this cop at the moment. He's blading up and down. The cop isn't following him at all because the camera doesn't follow him. The camera's just static.
And that's the thing. Like when I teach people about this stuff, the classic name for this is called a frame battle. And in these frame battles, if you want to like win the frame of the interaction, whoever reacts the least owns the frame almost every time.
Right.
And like the element two is whoever needs the least from the other person. And this kid obviously needs a lot from him. He was banking on some kind of, I'm going to accelerate, I'm going to escalate everything.
Yeah, he's
He
boy
wants to go.
racing up and down the track. He's boy
Well,
racing up and down. And the cop is like, I'm not following that at all.
But Chase, think about deployment. I'll give you a great example. When you're in a city and you're on deployment and you're in this thing, you see this. You see people come around, and I always said there's just a handful of reasons they do it. One is to distract, like that bird, to get you off topic, get you away from something else. All that high energy movement is so you're paying attention to them. The other might be to confound, some kind of a delaying action. I don't think this guy's that smart. Then to collect what's going on here, might be for me or for one of my allies to pick up information. Well, there's that. And then finally, diffuse, use charm or something like that to get away. And then sometimes it's just Dunning-Kruger. They think they know more than they do, and they get their ass in a bind. But this is dangerous around a cop, where escalation could occur if there's a threat. And
Yeah, he's blading up and down. He's getting some strong eye contact at some points, targeting eye contact. Got his hands in his pockets now and again, which is like that's not going to go well. Then he starts closing space on him. I'm surprised. It's a bit like who was the attorney that jumped the lights and the cop went after and it escalates in the. It's getting
Garage.
Yeah, it's getting close to that where you go, this guy's going to get, if he keeps on going, he's going to get tasered because he.
Or Mark, you mentioned blading. Scott, you train more police than probably any of us. But can you tell us about blading so it's not a submissive gesture, especially when it's in a context like this?
Yeah, because what you're doing and the blading part of it is when you're sideways and you're going back and forth. It's almost like a shark because you're testing the waters. In his case, that's what he's doing. Trying to see what he's really dealing with. Is this guy going to get mad? Can I treat him like I treat my mother and my father and whoever is in charge of him? So that's what's happening here. As he's testing the water as he does that. So he's not in front. He's not doing this where he's being confrontational, but he's being confrontational with his mouth as he's going back and forth like that and taking up a lot of space.
that's when you said, what does he need? I got a good idea what he needs. The reason he's running his mouth this way. He's not, Mike Tyson said I can tell some of you people never met anybody in the street because you get punched in the face. I'm paraphrasing the hell out of him, but this guy's run his mouth to people that have allowed it to happen.
So there's another character in the frame there, which is I'm going to say it's the girlfriend. I'm going to assume the female is his girlfriend, who is very distant and calm at this point. Sometimes I think she's a bit too far away, but sometimes I think I see a bit of contempt now.
The mainstream media is not broken at all. It is functioning exactly as it was designed. It exists to manipulate you, to divide you, to feed you fear and outrage and distraction while pretending all of that is information. And most people are still swallowing it like it's gospel. I've spent years studying propaganda and psychological operations and human behavior, and I will tell you this plainly. The media is not here to tell you the truth. It's here to shape your truth without you even realizing it. Every network, every outlet, left or right or center, they are all playing the exact same game. Keep you emotionally hijacked, cognitively blind, and addicted to narratives engineered by people who have zero interest in informing you at all. So they manufacture a bunch of division. They amplify lies and they bury stories that threaten their control. This is not journalism. This is mass psychological warfare. This is why we use ground news. It is not just a news app. It is a tactical weapon for seeing through all this fog. Ground news pulls in all these stories from every source, whether it's liberal or conservative or state-run, corporate-owned, billionaire-owned, and they show you these biases and the ownership of who owns the outlet that wrote that article, the spin. And then finally, my favorite is what is being left out of that article. I always talk about let's look for what's missing. They do that at ground news. So you're going to watch these narratives fracture in real time. You're going to be able to spot manipulation like it is lit up in neon. And once you see how disgustingly coordinated all this stuff is, you're not going to be able to unsee it. The behavior panel never really partners with very many brands, but Ground News is way different. It puts the power back into people's hands instead of the news. So go to ground.news/TBP, scan the QR code, or hit the link in the description. We've got you 40% off of the same plan that we use. So don't keep trusting the people reading scripts for billionaires. Stop being programmed and start seeing the depth of what is actually going on.
Now and again. It's a bit far, but I think so.
But I think she's used to it. I mean, look at the way she looks. She's a little embarrassed. She knows to stay back. That's why I thought at first he was doing this just to try to show off in front of her, but he must be like this all the time. Can you imagine how that must be for her to have to listen to that kind of thing all the time?
And it's performative. It's performative rebellion.
Yeah.
The first de-escalation training I ever went to, I was like 25 years old. This lady said something that stuck in my head for the rest of my life to this day. It's if you're looking at one of these people, what would they lose if they dropped the act? So what is the precious thing that's being held on to? Some piece of ego, but that little thing stuck with me forever.
Well, he does Shithouse Lawyer 101, hear me out. And then he starts to we'll hear him use legality and that kind of thing in a way that no cop would ever say, but it sounds formal. And anytime I hear that, I'm like, oh, hold on a minute. This guy's just running his mouth to run his mouth. And
that's like when you hear somebody say in the state of before they say the state name.
Because they're naming it out as if they're official.
Because you know some legal bullshit's coming out.
And it might be a local, I don't know, don't spend any time in Washington. It might be a colloquial pattern. Like the other day I was in Cincinnati and instead of a guy saying, pardon me, he said, please. And I was like, oh yeah, forget, it's Ohio. They don't say pardon me, they say please instead.
One of the first things you look for when somebody starts that is you try to, when you're doing where's the weapon training, that's one of the first things you look for. When somebody's doing that, the side of their body that the weapon is on is the side you're not going to see. That's what if it was over here, they're going to keep that mostly away from you. He had no problem just marching back and forth, spinning around, getting up close, going back. So maybe the cop already had that feeling that he didn't have anything on him or you didn't see that on him. And he's not going to be smart enough, I wouldn't think, to have a holster. So it'd probably be up front or in the back where it could fall down his pants like it does a lot of times in those situations. So I don't think he may not have been afraid of that because of plus, I'm not going to say he doesn't look smart, but you can tell a lot by the way someone, by their vernacular, their intelligence level. Right out of the gate, I think he lets that slip, where we're sitting with that situation.
He's just a random dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, then, no, he's not the random dude. That's a random dude's car.
Chase is laughing about that.
But he's the random dude. You're right. So, yeah. So, you're right. It cancels itself out.
I just want to add to that when they say in the state of, if you hear in the great state of, it's a politician.
Or they're Texans. Or they're Texans.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in Texas, right, Chase?
Yeah, I'm in Austin.
How is it over there? Is it hot?
It's like 60 degrees, beautiful.
Me and Mark got snow.
Yeah, it's snowing here in Toronto.
We're at 30, so
yeah. In the great state of Toronto, it's not currently snowing.
So what do they call states over there, Mark? What are they?
Provinces.
Provinces.
Yeah, we don't have states. We have provinces.
We're in the
great province, the great province of Ontario.
Should we talk about this guy's lack of understanding of escalation in general? Why should I claim a car is the first one. Well, because right now you're in trouble for one thing.
Yeah. His critical thinking is wrapped around a burrito of ego right here. And the hero's journey is going to continue.
Oh yeah. It gets better. I love it. Right. There's one thing that I would say when I was teaching like military guys about this stuff, when the level of agitation of the person increases past a threshold that would get you in a bind. So it's okay to be agitated by something going on that's random dude's car. But when it starts to cross over that level of agitation that is going to cause you to get involved in some violent way or some other way, something more there. There's more interest than you can see. And we see that even at the end of this video.
Is there a reason why you're coming over here?
No, I'm just admiring it. It's a nice car. See the wheels? Real nice. Just admiring it.
And you can keep on going then.
Hey, it's not illegal to be in a public space.
You can go ahead and start me a tow, please. I'm at Target for a black Honda Civic.
Look how nice and shiny this dude's wheels are. This thing looks slow, man. waiting for something?
Towing the car.
Why?
Because it's got no plates and the VIN's covered. Not yours, huh? No idea.
Look at me like I'm doing something wrong.
You're chilling in a public spot, man. You can do whatever you want.
I know.
Cool.
Man, this cop's trying to tow this random dude's car. What a shame.
Yep, what a shame.
It's gonna be real expensive for that guy.
Yeah, I guess so.
You wanna get your fucking nasty ass shoe off that rim?
Is this your car, man?
I got it.
Because we can like solve this real quick just by you opening the car, removing the VIN. But you shoved the paper in the VIN. I can't read the VIN. It's got no plates, so I'm assuming it's stolen. So per RCW, I gotta seize it, get a search warrant, remove that, and read the VIN.
Hear me out. Is there a black two-door Honda Civic with white wheels and a aftermarket wing reported as stolen?
There's
No.
1,000 stolen cars a month in Pierce County, bud.
The answer
And this
no.
is the most common
The
stolen
answer is
vehicle in
no.
Pierce County.
The answer is, why don't you just uncover it yourself?
I can't. It's inside the car.
What a shame.
What a shame.
What a shame.
So if this is your car, we can go ahead and solve this crisis. But if you're not going to claim ownership of this, then just...
Why would I claim ownership of a car that's got a cop that's 100% going to hand out tickets?
Right. That being said, it's going to come to the Gay Car Police Department. We're going to go ahead and seize it on a search warrant.
Seize
And
it on a
then
search warrant for what? What are you searching it for?
to uncover the VIN.
For what? Do you
For
have
the
any
VIN.
suspicion of it being stolen other than no plates and
I
a covered
do.
VIN?
Absolutely.
What's your suspicion of it being stolen, officer?
Hey, man, is this your car or what? Dude, you're making this so much harder than it needs to be.
You're fucking towing it for no reason. You got your nasty ass shoe on the fucking wheel.
Yeah?
Get your fucking shoe off the wheel.
Is this your car?
You're being disrespectful to whoever's fucking car it is.
Okay, you need to back off my face. Go over there.
I'm not in your face. You just stuck your fucking hand in my face.
Bud,
Bud,
chill.
get your fucking... Why is your foot on the wheel? Why are you doing that? You're literally doing that to piss me off for no fucking reason.
Cause your car?
Doesn't matter.
Is this your car or what?
You're gonna scratch those fucking wheels and have to pay for them.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and walk over
I
there.
don't know what policy is. Your department's probably gonna have to fucking pay for these $1,000 wheels.
Yeah, go ahead and walk over there, bud.
Keep your fucking hand out of my face.
Walk over there.
Keep your fucking hand out of my face.
Walk. Walk. Get out of my face. Go.
You're walking
Go.
in my face.
Go before you get...
Don't fucking touch me.
Go.
I'm not doing
Get off my scene. Get away from my car. Go.
This ain't your car.
Go.
Your car's back there.
I'm getting here for a search warrant. Start moving.
You are approaching me. You are
Back.
getting in my face.
Move back.
Get your fucking hand
back.
off me.
Stay away from
The
the
rest
car.
of your junk. Keep your motherfucking hands off me.
Stay off the car.
Keep your motherfucking hands off me.
Stay off the car.
Off the car? You're the one that was on the fucking car. I ain't
Back up.
touching it. I'm off the car.
Back up.
I'm fucking back.
Okay. Back up.
Start recording this. Touch me again, motherfucker. Come push me.
Back up.
Come push me. You push me for no goddamn reason. You're putting your hands in my face.
Yep.
I kept my phone back respectfully. I wasn't sticking it in your face.
Mm-hmm.
I got your name and that was it. What's your badge number?
117. So like I was saying, this car is coming to the Gay Car Police Department. If you're not going to claim ownership of it, what's going to happen is we're going to get a search
You're
warrant.
shoving me. Why would I want to fucking make it easy on you?
Okay.
So he's worried about $1,000 set of tires for a $473 car. That's red flag number one on the when we're trying to find out how smart this guy isn't.
Do you know what one of the first things I do is every time we watch this, and I don't always talk about it, but I always try to spot the movie that somebody thinks that they're in.
That's a great one.
Because it's going to show you how they live. It's going to show you what they think the future is going to be like. And this guy right here is the aloof intellectual rebel who outsmarts all the authority figures. You know what movie this is? It's Good Will Hunting. Without the character growth arc. That's what it is. He's got the posture, the false confidence, and all that other stuff, but none of that earned self-awareness. That earned self-awareness that makes the characters and the end of these kind of movies a lot more powerful in the end. So he's stuck in Act One.
That's a good call.
So I'm gonna take that idea and move it on even further. He's attending the award ceremony for that film, and he goes all Will Smith on the whole thing. Notice that repetition that he does and the escalation, which is Will Smith's keep my wife's name out of your mouth. And he repeated it again and escalated it. He does exactly the same routine. I was like, wow, That's Will Smith. And I don't know whether this is before the Wills. It's got to be after.
This is recent. This is
Yeah.
3 months, 4 months. Maybe it's back in March.
I think you're right about the Good Will Hunting, and I think this is him collecting the award and going Will Smith on the whole thing as well.
But I think there's some real frying a circuit going on in here too, though, because we always talk about loss of verbal fluency. It's not often we hear people sound like Sylvester the cat from Looney Tunes go and make all kinds of weird noises. A foo bird, yeah.
Okay, because this guy is a foo bird. And what a foo bird does is they're in Africa. I think it's Africa, or maybe it's Brazil. I think it's Brazil. And it's this bird that flies around in a circle and starts flying around in a circle, goes faster and faster and faster until it flies up. I think that's what we're seeing happening here. Slowly but surely, he's turning into a foo bird.
Well, he's spun up to a crazy point in here.
No, he's also watched too many of those sovereign individual videos that are around.
Oh, yeah. Sovereign citizens.
Yeah,
you know what he hasn't
citizen.
watched? He hasn't learned from Scott's MMA rehearsal, because how does he lead in the fight? Come on.
Yeah.
Arms are down.
Yeah. He's Harry M. Field's short bloke as well.
You know what they say?
Field used to have this character who would kick off. This short guy would walk into a pub and get incredibly exercised and kind of get violent.
But when your arms down by your side.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that foo bird's going to make a mess. You know what they say? If the foo shits, you got to wear it.
That's the one I knew.
Oh.
So
if you're,
I hope she makes a short out of that.
if you're an insecure male, if you're an insecure human, anything that touches what you think are your possessions, like this car, it triggers like this weird territorial threat response. So the translation here is, you're making me look weak in front of her.
Yep.
That's why he's doing this stuff. He's begging for some reversal of power. He wants to bait the cop into overstepping, because now he's vacillating between, I need to be this big alpha male guy, and if I can't do that, I'm going to be the famous victim. I'm going to be a famous victim, and I'm going to get thrown on the ground. He knows he's not going to take the guy.
But I don't think he's thinking. I think he's beyond thinking. I think he's already gotten to the point where he's just. So we always talk about hormones turning off your thinking brain. This is cat brain full bore 101 right here. And if you watch him, I always say that the words you choose when you have control of your brain are choice. That's the will. But your body is going to punctuate what it thinks, right? Your body's going to do this. It's what we read. The last part, though, is the vocal part. And that's up to the highest bidder. And fight or flight's got him, because pitch, tone, and cadence are all ramped up.
But that's what I'm saying. I think he's not thinking, but I think he's been exposed to so many videos, these viral videos where someone triggers a cop and they get some viral win. And he's playing this little fantasy in the background here, and maybe obviously unconsciously, until it dies.
But there needs to be, when this happens, there's always a goal. You know what I mean? But I can't figure out what his goal is, his realistic goal.
I think Chase is dead on. It's a modern goal is to get a viral video.
Yeah, because he starts filming immediately. Video one, he's already filming. He's already gone. I reckon I could get a video. I've got some content out of this.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think that is. But underneath all of that is that desire for a certain attention, and he does have the cop's attention now, because now the camera is right as he comes in and closes the space, which he's getting way too close,
and it starts collapsing.
Yeah.
So he's starting to realize this cop is controlling real world consequences. And then he's kind of maybe subconsciously realizing this isn't a Reddit thread. And you're not going to out intellectual people, especially a cop.
Well, and when he changes voice tone, he's been nothing but helpful to this kid. He's given him an out and an out and an out. He's touched the cop, and he didn't break his arm for touching. He didn't grab him and manhandle him. He just pushed him away and said, get away. The kid pushes back. He doesn't do anything. He gives him more than one out. And when his voice changes, when that tone changes, and he says, get out now, and he's pushing back, the kid ought to be smart enough to pick it out. But I think, Chase, one of the most dangerous things in society right now is there are enough kids who are willing to forego what we think of as normal, natural instinct for self-protection for a video. And sometimes they're so focused on the actual camera, they're not looking. And I'm not beating up kids. I'm just saying, because this viral video thing is such a hot thing. He got his viral video. He just didn't get the one.
I think she starts laughing because the cop starts laughing. She's looking, and I think she locks eyes with him for a second. They sort of connect because they both see how ridiculous it is, and lets us know she thinks it's ridiculous as well.
I think you're right.
At the same
There's a
time, it's just
connection.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not his normal behavior. I mean, he probably does all the time, but I'm saying he's not like that all the time, and she knows that this is goofy for him. So, I mean, so at least somebody knows what's happening around there besides the cop. The kid just doesn't see what's happening, doesn't understand. Everybody knows that now.
And his girlfriend is watching the death of a persona that she probably liked at the beginning when it was outgoing and powerful, intelligent. And she's seeing the persona die and
Well,
laughing.
Yeah, and at one point you see her drop her eyes down into her right. I think it's in this video. Whenever this thing starts to fall apart, she's looking down to her right. There's probably hey, this thing is not going to go like we thought it would or he thought it would. How am I going to stay clear of the shell fragments?
I
Because
don't understand why the cop said, "Well, then what is she doing here?" What are y'all What is she waiting on? You and I mean, what are y'all? I mean, he said that at first. What's going on? What are you looking for? Because the kid's testing out the waters there, but I don't know why he didn't call her over and go, "Come here a minute. What are you doing?" You know what I mean? So maybe that would have made it worse, but I don't know.
Scott, is that a Traverse sitting in the parking lot right next to him? And they Ford went this.
No, it's not. I looked. It's
Where's
not.
your video of it? You must have had an angle on it
No,
from your Traverse.
No, Traverses are cooler looking than that.
I thought it was a Traverse. I was going to go. He walked past the random dude's Traverse to random dude's car.
Yeah. If anybody out there has access to aftermarket wings for Traverses, Scott would be
I
interested.
need one bad, real bad.
Scott's
I think
a
at
speed
the-
racer.
At the end of this, you're looking at a guy who spent some time online. And if you go to these online communities nowadays, they reject any vulnerability whatsoever. They mock any kind of empathy and they just worship cleverness. They worship being clever. And he is just probably spends a lot of time there. He's taking the only real map that he knows and applying it to the situation.
And I'll bet you anything that when he yells at his mother, and I know he does because the way he's acted, that's the way he's acted since he was a child to his parents, and they let him get away with it. And that's the way he sounds when he's hollering. I'm sure if we saw him hollering at his mom, we'd all go, "Oh man!" It'd be one of those things you could hardly keep from wringing his neck right there in front of his mom.
Well, I think not to keep people hanging on, but do keep watching this. Come a few videos, I think somebody will show up who will give us a really good idea of partly where this comes from, whether it's how much nature there is in there and how much nurture there might be around this particular character.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Let's see the next one.
Yeah.
I just had an idea to watch it.
What are you searching it for?
To uncover the VIN.
For what? Do you
For
have
the
any
VIN.
suspicion of it being stolen other than no plates and
I
a covered
do.
VIN?
Absolutely.
What's your suspicion of it being stolen, officer?
Hey man, is this your car or what? Dude, you're making this so much harder than it needs to be.
You're fucking towing it for no reason. You got your nasty ass shoe on the fucking wheel.
Yeah?
Get your fucking shoe off the wheel.
Is this your car?
You're being disrespectful to whoever's fucking car it is.
Okay, you need to back off my face. Go over there.
I'm not in your face. You just stuck your fucking hand in my face.
Bud.
Bud,
Chill.
get your fucking, why is your foot on the wheel? Why are you doing that? You're literally doing that to piss me off for no fucking reason.
Cause it's your car?
Doesn't matter.
Is this your car or what?
You're gonna scratch those fucking wheels and have to pay for them.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and walk over
I
there.
don't know what policy is. Your department's probably gonna have to fucking pay for these $1,000 wheels.
Yeah, go ahead and walk over there, bud.
Keep your fucking hand out of my face.
Walk over there.
Keep your fucking hand out of my face.
Walk. Walk. Get out of my face. Go.
You're walking
Go.
in my face.
Go before you get
Don't fucking touch me.
Go.
I'm not doing
Get off my scene. Get away from my car. Go.
This ain't your car.
Go.
Your car's back there.
I'm getting you for a search warrant. Start moving.
You are approaching me. You are
Back.
getting in my face.
Move back.
Get your fucking hand off
back.
me.
Stay away from
The
the
rest
car.
of your dumb. Keep your motherfucking hands off me.
Stay off the car.
Keep your motherfucking hands off me.
Stay off the car.
Off the car? You're the one that was on the fucking car. I
Back
ain't
up.
touching it. I'm off the car.
Back up.
I'm fucking back.
Okay. Back up.
Start recording this. Touch me again, motherfucker. Come push me.
Back up.
Come push me. Fucking pushing me for no goddamn reason. You're putting your hands in my face.
Yep.
I kept my phone back respectfully. I wasn't sticking it in your face.
Mm-hmm.
I got your name and that was it. What's your badge number?
117. So like I was saying, this car is coming to the Gig Car Police Department. If you're not going to claim ownership of it, what's going to happen is we're going to get a search
You're
warrant.
shoving me. Why would I want to fucking make it easy on you?
Okay. Anyways, we're going to get a search warrant to remove the cover from the VIN. And if it comes back stolen, we'll deal with it. If not, we'll come back to the last person who has ownership, give them the call to come pick it up. If that ain't you, you ain't getting the car back. All right?
Sick.
Cool.
So, I'm just going to repeat what you said real quick to make sure I understand.
Yep.
Okay. You are going to get a search warrant,
Yep.
which means you call for whoever you have to call, and then they
judge.
say, yes, you can open the door, move the piece of paper, correct?
Correct.
Or do you have to tow it first?
You gotta tow it first. Per an RCW, sir.
So, I think I'm going to visit you down at the department, and I'm going to actually get a supervisor down here. Since you were shoving me for no reason.
Yeah.
Get your come on, call a supervisor.
Yeah. I could do that for you, but first I'm gonna need you to back away from the vehicle.
No, I'm going to need you to call a supervisor.
Well, I ain't gonna help you out right
You
now.
are legally required to call your supervisor if
That's
requested.
Not correct.
Get your supervisor down here.
I will when you back up.
I have not committed any crime. I am back. You
Okay.
shoved me back. I am back.
So here's what's gonna happen. One, I'm not gonna do your request until I get a second unit down here because I'm guarding the door from you getting in it. That's why I'm pushing you back away from it
Why the
because you
f-
keep
I
trying to
gotta get
get near the door. Two,
I can
when
get
a
near
second
that door.
unit
I can
comes
get
here,
near the
I will
trunk.
call
I
you
can
a
get near
supervisor.
whatever the f-
But until I get a second unit down here, you're not getting a supervisor.
Are you serious?
I'm absolutely serious.
There's your second unit. Call a goddamn supervisor. Oh, what? You
Right,
you
dude.
could
Can
stand
you go ahead
still
and
and
put
call
the
the
car
supervisor,
against the front
but you
bumper?
can't do it because you're standing in front of a door.
Yeah.
Oh, f all of you guys. You guys got nothing better to do than harass me for no goddamn reason.
Yeah.
Look at this dumbass. He doesn't even know how to park the car. Are you f***ing serious?
So you remember the first book that ever came out about narcissists? It was in like the 30s or something. I can't remember it. But it had these 10 things in there before there was probably a DSM. I have no idea. But it was clarity is a method of control, method and means of control. And they were like, let me just get your words back. So they would turn something emotional with their partner into a litigation of precise words that were used and all this kind of stuff. So he thinks that if I can just restate the situation with precision, this cop's going to be just outmaneuvered. He's going to realize how stupid he is. I think that's actually going on. I think it's happening.
Let me get
Well,
this
and
right.
then he's
What
also
you just
watched
said-
too many call your supervisor videos as well.
This ain't Walmart.
Speak to the manager.
Yeah, that's rough, man. And whenever they start that, I mean, my favorites are when they roll down the window this far and go, "I don't answer questions."
I don't
And
have
believe
to.
me, the cops love that too. When they start, because they know where it's going. You know,
Well, and I thought there is another reason to do that, though, Chase. Yes, I agree. A narcissist is going to do that. But there's also another reason. That's to clarify the situation and de-escalate. Hey, let me understand. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand?
Absolutely.
And so I thought maybe there's a chance this nut job is going to figure it out. I said during the break there, this guy's never been stopped by Georgia State Patrol. I mean, this is not the kind of thing you do to people in my part of the world. I don't know how it works there. And this guy's just a saint to put up with it. But this guy's already committed a violation. There's an a de-escalation opportunity. He's already got the escalation in there. You talk about sunk cost fallacy, Chase. This is no fallacy. There's sunk cost here, and he's got to realize where he's at because he's already committed the crime. Now all that's going to happen from here is he's going to pile more money on it, more charges on it, more something on it. Instead of shutting up, he just keeps doing it. Just keeps going down the way.
This video has the potential to be like a lifetime regret fuel. Like
Or
when like in 30 years, this is still going to be in his mind. Or B, like he takes this video and makes a huge transition and maybe like figures something out and says, you know what,
right.
I'm gonna live a new life. But
Well, he's stopped filming now. So his
brain is not working.
Yeah, it's
anymore.
escalated to a point where he's not operating a camera anymore. I think his girlfriend, if that's who she is there still operating.
she got a camera. She got the phone going.
Yeah, she's got a phone there. Certainly, she looks like she's got a drink or a bag of chips or some kind of candy in one hand and the phone in the other. And she is looking for exits. That's how do I get out of this relationship? I think going on there, but it's escalated. He's up in passion and the ecstatic as well, and there's no camera anymore. He's out of control.
Well, or the flash of brilliance when he goes, "Yeah, that's it."
Yeah.
Get your. I love that. He thinks
Yeah.
he's made a
Yeah.
brilliant choice there.
Yeah. Did you watch the video, Greg, where this guy who you got the video from goes through the legal ramifications of get your
He doesn't
supervisor? Did he
say.
have an angle on
No,
that?
he just talks about escalation and how things.
Ah,
You should go watch his summary of this
yeah.
thing. It's very short, very clean, and he just basically says, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble doing this.
Yeah.
And that's what this guy's doing. Where I live, when I was a kid, they used to always say that your alligator mouth's getting your jaybird ass in a bind. This is the kid right here.
Because
He should be a poster child.
it does seem to have become some kind of folklore that if you say to an officer, get your supervisor, that immediately they have to go, can I have a supervisor?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Excuse me. He knows the secret.
the secret words, get your super.
Because he says by law, doesn't he say? Because by law,
Legally
you have to
obligated
do
or
whatever it
something
is.
stupid. Yeah. Yeah.
Because they love that reversal of power. They think they're taking over.
Citizens
That
arrest.
whole thing. I don't know.
Right.
You guys don't like to fuss as much as I do. I see exactly what's going on here. He's trying to start something. The guy won't go back, won't engage with him the way he wants him to. You know what I mean? Because when I'm
Do you
dealing,
know what?
What?
Sorry, Scott. Go ahead.
no, I was going to say when people do that, when people try to get me to do that, if you don't engage, that just ramps them up and makes them even more mad.
Or if you hit their car.
Yeah, oh yeah, and then it bumped in that car, and I think he did that on purpose. I think he let him know what was going on because if you watch this other police officer when he's standing there, I don't know if he's standing in this one or the next one, you can tell these two guys hang because they're locked up. He knows exactly what's going on, and this isn't the first time they've seen something like this. They understand how that works, so I'm sure he got somewhere out of this video. It's been cut out where he says, "Here's what I've got going on. Come up and tap that car and let's see what happens." Because why else would he have done it? It's not an accident.
Yeah.
So
If you think of the rules of Reddit, the unspoken rules of like online forums and stuff, you can argue your way into power. And if you know the rules and forum regulations well enough, then the rules protect you. If you escalate enough, somebody else might back down. The crowd is going to back you all the time. And if you can go viral, that means you have a social victory. I think he's following these rules of all that stuff, and he's in a headspace probably from what we're going to see here in just a few minutes, where compliance equals defeat, and he's thinking that if I comply, I'm defeated and I look weak in front of her. So anyway,
So it's interesting you say that, Chase, because Reddit is kind of a bit of a civil enterprise. There's people discourse in a certain way. There's rules unspoken and some spoken, but there's no rest of the civic area. There's no supermarket or I've now had this argument on Reddit. I've now got to go to the Reddit garage and pick up some fuel. Yeah. There's no ramifications outside of Reddit. Whereas in this particular mall, like you can have an argument with a police officer and they've got an actual jail and you're in the community, you're in a full civilization rather than the civic little, well of Reddit.
Well, and that thing extends even further. Forget Reddit. It's anything that you do on here where guys will have an opinion. They'll have a really, really strong opinion. If you don't agree, they can eliminate you with a click of a button. And they get more and more viral by insulating themselves. And then they come out into public and they meet somebody who can hit them in the face or put them in jail or have a dog bite them or spray them with pepper gas.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to be you might see him every day. You might see him in the grocery store and you won't know.
That's right.
You're not going to see a guy in the produce aisle and go, "Hey, are you Black Squirrel 2297_3?"
What I would say to you, Scott, you're arguing with an 80-year-old lady with a cat on her lap. Why are you arguing with her?
Exactly. So, okay, I won't say anything about that.
This next one is absolutely the best.
It is great.
Well, let's take a look.
Man, that's a good idea.
Anyways, we're going to get a search warrant to remove the cover from the VIN. And if it comes back stolen, we'll deal with it. If not, we'll come back to the last person who has ownership, give them the call to come pick it up. If that ain't you, you ain't getting the car back. All right?
Sick.
Cool.
So, I'm just going to repeat what you said real quick to make sure I understand.
Yep.
Okay. You are going to get a search warrant.
Yep.
Which means you call for whoever you have to call. And then they say, yes, you can open the door, move the piece of paper, correct?
Correct.
Or do you have to tow it first?
You gotta tow it first. Per an RCW, sir.
So, I I think I'm gonna visit you down at the department, and I'm gonna actually get a supervisor down here. Since you were shoving me for no reason.
Yeah.
Get your come on, call a supervisor.
Yeah. I could do that for you, but first I'm gonna need you to back away from the vehicle.
No, I'm gonna need you to call a supervisor.
Well, I ain't gonna help you out right now.
You are legally required to call your supervisor if requested.
Not correct.
Get your supervisor down here.
I will when you back up.
I have not committed any crime. I am back.
Okay.
You shoved me back. I am back.
So here's what's gonna happen. One, I'm not gonna do your request until I get a second unit down here because I'm guarding the door from you getting in it. That's why I'm pushing you back away from it, because you keep trying to get near the door. Two, when a second unit comes here, I will call you a supervisor. But until I get a second unit down here, you're not getting a supervisor.
Are you serious?
I'm absolutely serious.
There's your second unit. Call a goddamn supervisor. Oh, what? You could stand still and call the supervisor, but you can't do it because you're standing in front of a door.
Yeah.
Oh, all of you guys. You guys got nothing better to do than harass me for no goddamn reason.
Yeah.
Look at this dumbass. He doesn't even know how to park a car. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious?
Anyways, he says it's not his car, but he's acting like it's his car.
This stupid motherfucker just ran into my car for no fucking reason.
Oh, it is your car. Okay.
Hit my car.
All right, come here.
Are you fucking serious?
Come here. So now it's your car, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, listen.
Arrest me.
So it's a gross misdemeanor to cover up your VIN like that. You understand?
I literally just got it back.
Okay, let's go ahead and see some ID now.
I don't have my wallet or anything.
Okay, what's your name?
For what? What crime have I?
It is a gross misdemeanor to cover up your VIN.
I'm not the one that covered it.
It's your car, right? What's your name?
Cody.
Cody what? Cody, what's your birthday, Cody?
2005.
What's the rest of your birthday?
Oh, you
What?
Cody.
in my car! What do you mean what?
Continue?
Continue what? I'm
Cody,
not committing a crime. Raising my voice is not committing a crime.
Cody, you're being detained. You're not free to leave. Hey, don't.
Good. Hey, thanks for your service.
Hey, no problem. I'm a little busy right now, but I appreciate it.
Here. I imagine you're a Trump supporter?
No comment.
All right.
He wanted to talk to you, but I think you already got that far.
Yeah. Is that my ticket?
No, this is the law in which we are seizing your vehicle for. So you're not getting this back. We are seizing it. We are going to uncover the VIN with a search warrant. We'll give you a call back if need be, but you're free to go from here. If it comes back stolen, you've been contacted for stolen vehicle in the past. We know where to come find you. Yes, you have. I looked up the report.
No, the I haven't. For what?
Black Honda Civic from Pierce County.
Okay, that I can actually. 1 second, I will call you right back. Check my center console. I give full consent.
Going in there without a search warrant.
There is a business card from an officer.
Yeah.
I got pulled over. The officer said it was coming up as stolen. By the way, did not hit my car when he did that. Okay.
Okay.
He said the car's coming up as stolen. This was right after I purchased it from an auction. They called, and I don't know who they called. I'm not a cop. Okay. They called, got it cleared up. That was this car. It was previously stolen, got towed. The title got written over to the tow company, and then I purchased it from an auction. So no, I have not been contacted about a stolen car.
Listen, I'm just going this route, all right? That's the route we're going to go with. You could have cooperated about 20 minutes ago when you walked up.
Suck my.
All right.
Hey, who's towing it?
Town and Country?
Oh, that's.
Right. I thought the most interesting part was where that other police officer is, while this is going on, he just takes a deep breath and relaxes and just stand there and watch it go on, because he knows this kid isn't going to do anything. He recognizes this for what it is. It's just a kid just mouthing off and is not going to do anything. He's not, and the kid isn't taking any postures that tell us he's going to be aggressive. Like you were saying earlier, Greg, it's a lot of arms back and a lot of head forward and just being loud. When you see that, it's like when people think when you're angry, they think your eyes are squinted closed and your brow comes together like that. That's not the person who's mad. The person who's mad looks like that, but then their eyes are open. They're trying to open themselves as their eyes are squinting. That's the one to watch out for. We're not seeing that in here either. So that kid's not going to do anything, and they know it. And if he did, I don't think he'd be able to do much. If he doesn't, as he carrying himself, he doesn't look like he's stable the whole time. Doesn't look like he's paying attention to how he walks, and he doesn't look like he's on balance for everything and ready for anything when he's in a position mouthing off like that. Where if you were any of us were doing it, we'd be expecting something to happen. So you would at least be on balance and be ready. He's not at all. Spends a lot of weight on one leg and
Yep.
then on the other leg, and he backs up a little bit and his feet are too close together. And yeah, so there's no true aggressive tone from a neurological perspective preparing to go in. We don't see any of that. We don't see those classics of the nostril flares and the big deep breaths and maybe
He is.
salivating too much, spitting while he's talking, those kind of things. There's so many things that are missing from this. A red face, and then that goes to the gray face. None of that.
See, I'm not afraid of the guy with the red face. I'm afraid of the guy who's pale.
Yeah.
That guy scares the hell out of me because he's not thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think he is-
center of gravity hasn't dropped. He's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he can't, even if he were to become aggressive, he's more likely to fall over than he is to cause anybody else to go to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And he is rocking back and forth between something.
Yep.
But he's rocking back and forth mostly between victim and aggressor here. And he can't choose which side he wants to be on. And people who do this, they're out for this kind of thing. They need to narrate the situation out loud. They over escalate everything. They demand escalation, like call your supervisor. When you hear this exaggerated legalism and rule obsession, and this would be probably people in your HOA too, if you're watching. But we used to call this situational narcissism. And it's just triggered by this internal chaos. Is it looks like arrogance, but it's a fear of people might not see me as significant here.
I don't think
And
he
Chase-
knows where to go. He's trying to see, and that's why I keep going back to his mom and going back to where he came from. Because when
No boundaries.
when you're dealing with a parent that fusses at you all the time, and you have to fuss with them, and they let you fight like that back and forth, you are the dominant. Then you're not the dominant. Then you are the dominant. Then you have to fight your way back up, and you don't really know where you are in there or what any of those mean. So you think you're at one spot all the time, but you're actually lower or higher at different times. So
Well,
he's
this guy's-
fighting for a spot in there somewhere. He just doesn't know how to get to either one of those spots.
Well, I think that's very similar to what Chase is talking about, where he's part victim, part. I think this guy's victim, victim, victim. I think his real life is victim. Look, I've been poor as dirt where I would think of that car was something for sure. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a car you're proud of and all those kinds of things. But you need to follow the rules to keep that car. You got to play by the game so you don't end up getting locked up over that kind of stuff. I think what he is I've seen people nut up. They make movies about it where a guy's right on the last edge and something topples him over. This could be the something. I think it's back to what you said there. He doesn't understand how to work within a framework to solve a problem because he probably has never seen it. We're going to find out why in a couple of minutes. But this, for me, is him not knowing how to stay on the rails and make something happen, and probably has no idea why he's in the situation he's in right now, because he thought, to your point, ramping and ramping and ramping and demonstrating and flailing that bird wing, whatever it is he's doing, would get him out of this trouble. And he's just not going to.
That's an adult to him. His behavior is acting like he thinks that's how adults act because he grew up probably seeing that.
No frame of reference. Yeah.
So there's one more idea that I'll put in on this, and it's a possibility. I'm not sure it's a strong possibility, but it's a possibility, which is pathological demand avoidance, which would be part of ASD. Yeah. And so it can be quite, for want of a better word, pedantic around words, around rules, and also when demands are put down, usually because of a sense of unfairness, there's a pathological push against that. I mean, he's avoiding demand pretty much all of the time and shows up with that demand avoidance. I don't frankly think it is that, but in some others it could be that, and there could be a combination. Could be an element of that, could be the element of that role play that you were talking about, Chase, of being the rebel without a cause. He's almost got the jacket on there almost.
He's more of a rebel without a clue.
That's
I
close.
think you're right, Mark. I think his need for being pedantic is because he's got this almost a shotgun blast of things he's fussing about, things he's pissed off about.
He
And
has
he's got
no
to talk
single.
about each one of them over and over and over. So there's a lot that comes with each one of those. And it's all come from the same place, from that fussing he's seen growing up and thinks that's being adult. So he knows how to talk to each one of those points. And there's a different group of, there's a different, not vernacular, there's a different group of words that come with each one of those. When you argue this one, this style, you argue this one, that style, you argue this one, that style. So we're seeing a lot going on. That's why he's talking. So that's why we're hearing him be so pedantic.
But I think he's not smart enough to prioritize targets. So while you're saying he has different styles of doing it, I don't think he understands the targets. Otherwise, he would have walked away when they said you can walk away, knowing that he had just had trouble with the cops a few days before, and then he comes back. And the reason I think he's all over the board and has no idea of which targets matter is he says, I actually have an answer for that one. Actually.
Right.
It's the one place I think he has some substance. He's going to say, look, yeah, I'm in trouble because of something I didn't do.
Dude, one of the lead instructors for my company, we do events all around the country, and he's one of our chief instructors. His name is Mackie. He's also a child counselor, therapist.
He's a great guy.
And God, he sees some crazy stuff. And just listening to some of that, I almost cried. Just 2 days ago, he's here in Austin. But he taught me this phrase that he uses with these kids. And he says, when these kids start escalating, he says, you can still make the next part of this something that you're actually proud of.
It's great.
And man, that hit me. Just like it's like a forgiveness is like woven into that.
Mm-hmm.
And lets them save face. Anyway, I just thought that was a powerful phrase.
It's a great one.
And saving face for this kid is a big deal. So and I think the police understand as well, although they're not letting that go for him. You know what I mean? They're not helping him with that as much as they possibly could. They are a little bit just to get him to shut up and get him to move away. But his ego is so brittle, this kid.
You could have arrested this guy 4 times already.
Oh, yeah. From the very beginning, he could have nailed him for that, for being that way, for the things he was doing.
So you say, hang on. So you're saying, Greg, he's already had 3 arrests?
No, no. All I was saying is they could have arrested him.
Oh, I see.
I mean, the contact with the cop, beginning of it. There's a whole lot of stuff in there when he told him to move away. I mean, there's tons of reasons they could have. And all jurisdictions are different. In Georgia, I would never suggest that you walk up and put your hands on a police officer. Not a smart move.
No.
Not
Probably
South
not
Carolina
anybody.
either.
I mean, just as a general rule.
Yeah.
Unless invited.
Yeah.
Probably nobody at all. Just as a good,
Put your hands on the steering wheel, put your keys on the dash.
South Carolina troopers, they're famous for not taking any kind of nothing from anybody. You ever heard the stories about those guys? Man, they can be mean if you mess with them. I never have. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the lore.
And who knows? I'm also going to say this about the kid because the kid does a lot of stupid stuff, but he's a kid, number one. Number two, I agree with you, Chase. He's got a whole lot of ego-inflated bullshit from the internet, likely. And that phone that he's got in his hand, somebody's trying to call him when he's going through all this, and he tries to answer the phone in the middle of this.
It's on speaker.
Yeah, when he should have just gone, hold on. So I think he's poor. He's probably got some things going on that are not good. There's all kinds of reasons people could snap that. Some will give him the benefit of a doubt there and say, maybe a fine kid, maybe okay, poor and proud of the car, and that's just the button too far for him. Who knows?
Are you f***ing serious?
Anyways, he says it's not his car, but he's acting like it's his car.
This stupid motherfucker just ran into my car for no reason.
Oh, it is your car. Okay.
Hit my car.
All right, come here.
Are you f***ing serious?
Come here. So now it's your car, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, listen.
Arrest me.
So it's a gross misdemeanor to cover up your VIN like that. You understand?
I literally just got it back.
Okay, let's go ahead and see some ID now.
I don't have my wallet or anything.
Okay, what's your name?
For what? What crime have I?
It is a gross misdemeanor to cover up your VIN.
I'm not the one that covered it.
It's your car, right?
Car, right?
What's your name?
Cody,
Cody what? Cody, what's your birthday, Cody?
2005.
What's the rest of your birthday?
Oh, you
What?
Cody.
in my car. What do you mean what?
Continue?
Continue what? I'm
Cody,
not committing a
no.
crime.
Committing a crime.
Raising my voice is not committing a crime.
Cody, you're being detained. You're not free to leave. I don't.
Good. Hey, thanks for your service.
Yeah, no problem. I'm a little busy right now, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, I imagine imagine you're a Trump supporter?
No comment.
All right.
He wanted to talk to you, but I think you already got that far.
Yeah. Is that my ticket?
No, this is the law in which we are seizing your vehicle for. So you're not getting this back. We are seizing it. We are going to uncover the event with a search warrant. We'll give you a call back if need be, but you're free to go from here. If it comes back stolen, you've been contacted for stolen vehicle in the past. We know where to come find you. Yes, you have. I looked up the report.
No, the I haven't. For what?
Black Honda Civic from
No.
Pierce County.
Okay, that I can actually. 1 second, I will call you right back. Check my center console. I
I'm
give full
not
consent.
Going in there without a search warrant.
There is a business card from an officer.
Yeah.
I got pulled over. The officer said it was coming up as stolen. By the way, did not hit my car when he did that. Okay.
Okay.
He said the car's coming up as stolen. This was right after I purchased it from an auction. They called, and I don't know who they called. I'm not a cop. Okay. They called, got it cleared up. That was this car. It was previously stolen, got towed. The title got written over to the tow company, and then I purchased it from an auction. So no, I have not been contacted about a stolen car.
Listen, I'm just going this route, all right? That's the route we're going to go with. You could have cooperated about 20 minutes ago when you walked up.
Suck my.
All right.
Hey, who's towing it?
Town and country?
Oh, that's.
As the tow truck arrives, the suspect's stepfather arrives on scene, and he quickly becomes a suspect himself.
Okay, we're towing the car. I need you to get back off. Because the VIN's covered. Back
I'm
up.
on fucking.
Okay, that's great. The tow truck is coming right here. I need you to move. Back up.
You don't need to touch me.
Get away.
Hey, he was
Go.
having the same issue touching me.
Go.
I'm asking a motherfucking
Move.
question, okay?
The tow truck is blocking. You're blocking the tow
Cool.
truck. Go.
Don't fucking touch me, dude.
Go. Go.
He's touched me fucking multiple times. Don't fucking touch me.
Get out. Okay, turn around. Put your arm right back.
Are you fucking serious? I'm trying to figure out what the purpose is for you guys
Nothing to do with you.
fucking
You're under arrest this time.
Oh, shit. You're good, dude. Don't sweat it.
Is he being arrested or detained?
Yes, he's being arrested. You got anything illegal on you?
Do I what?
Anything illegal on you? Any drugs, contraband, weapons?
I have a torch in my pocket.
Torch. So real quick, you're being audio and video recorded. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You understand all that?
Yes.
What's your name?
Justin.
Justin.
Yeah.
What's your relationship here?
It's my stepkid.
Stepkid.
Yes.
Okay, all this could have been simply avoided just by uncovering a VIN and explaining why the VIN's covered. Now we got to seize it because we have to think it's stolen. The VIN's covered, it's got no plates. What I tried to explain, why it getting towed.
Still in it?
There's no plates on it.
In the trunk. There's not a plate in the trunk. No?
Okay? It's a Honda Civic. Look at me, Justin.
I know. I work
It's a
on
Honda
mechanic.
Civic, right? Most commonly stolen vehicle. Yes, yes. See? Shake up and down. All this could have been avoided with just a little bit of cooperation. Now, when I tell you to get out of the way, the tow truck's coming because I got to seize this vehicle, you need to get out of the way. Not sit here and keep arguing with me, blocking the tow truck and blocking me from doing my job. That's why you're under arrest.
Answer my f***ing question.
Why is the car getting towed?
Yeah.
Because the VIN is covered.
Okay, well, that would have been... Was that really that hard to say?
Is that my job to explain to you? Why are you here?
Have fun explaining this to my sister. The fact that I'm not making my flight now.
Come on over here. I thought you looked familiar. You've been staying out of trouble for a while. 6, I got one customer. Is he gonna make it? Sitting there talking to the guy. Hey, man, this is your car. Yeah. Just uncover the VIN. Yeah.
That's fairly interesting. What happened to that guy is exactly what would have happened to that kid if he'd been older. So he treated that guy like an adult, and he treated this kid like a kid. Now, granted, the kid's not a kid. He's not really young, comparatively, he's not a child, but he's old enough to know better. But when an adult does that, who's supposed to know better and does, I don't think this police officer felt sorry for that guy at all, not even a little bit. That's why he just spun him around and arrested him, 30 seconds after he shows up, when he's acting like the kid's acting. Same thing.
The guilty knowledge.
This settles the argument of nature and nurture because this guy's the stepfather. So there's no genetic code with it. So it's clearly microculture because these two are twins.
It's microculture.
This is like the mini version of him. It's like a classic example of the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, even if the apple isn't from the same tree.
He keeps saying kid. This is a grown boy
Right.
in a costume playing pretend. A real man shows up to calm things down. He shows up to join in this fun, and he's modeling disrespect for authority. He's reinforcing
Yep.
this defensiveness instead of accountability, and he's
Exactly.
showing his step kid how to demand a bunch of control instead of just earning control.
He also shows that he has been in trouble with the police before. You know how I know that? Extended his fingers and walked in so you could tell he didn't have anything in his hand. He didn't want to get shot. You could tell that. When guys come into you like that, you almost guarantee they've been exposed to escalation of force before and they don't want it. So when he came in that way, I was like, oh, that explains a hell of a lot. So
The T-shirt's interesting as well. Hoonigan apparently is aftermarket parts for performance vehicles. I had to look it up
I thought it was soccer stuff.
No, that's hooligan.
No, that's hooligan, and that's the interesting thing. Is I think hoonigan, I assume, is a play on the idea of hooligan, or I mean, I imagine that the word is meant to sound like a violent male.
well, the guy's a mechanic. He says he's a mechanic.
Right.
So-
But ultimately, he's playing the hooligan part of being an overtly violent, aggressive male for zero reason, which is the nature of the hooligan, is just being violent because there's nothing else to do that day, and you like hanging out with other people who are violent.
Did you see the supervisor when he finally crossed the line with this cop and he started getting directive and aggressive? He goes, "Oh," you could see him doing like, "I can't believe you did that," because this guy's been so calm and so easygoing. You see that chin boss, and then the kind of smirk and him looking down. He goes, "Right, like I can't." Kind of like when you piss off your mother-in-law and her husband goes, "Oh." That same
One
kind of
thing I
look.
thought was interesting is when this guy came up trying to be aggressive, he was showing mercy hands. That's when you have your hands like not like this, but like this. It's like, oh, please believe me, please listen to me. Here I am, have mercy on me. And you can see all that stuff up under his fingernails and stuff, is how dirty his hands were. So that makes sense. He would be somebody that, would have a job like, or being a mechanic or
Nothing
something.
wrong with that. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was nothing really. I mean, he was being aggressive because he was coming forward. But then again, it's like that chest forward and coming out, coming towards you like that. That's not somebody who's going to attack you. That's somebody who's going to mouth off and put their head on, your forehead and yet try to yell at you and do all that stuff because he's used to doing that. Probably did that to his step kid. Probably used to doing it to that boy and other people. So maybe
Ultimately, he's the role model here.
yes.
Just
and
wait.
It's not a great role model. I would suggest.
Just wait.
And I'll tell you why, because he's not getting a result. It would be an interesting role model if he got a result. You go, okay, that's kind of interesting because he just got a result with the police there. Yeah, he clearly knows what he's doing.
You got a result.
Yeah.
This is a classic, and I think they're operating off the same emotional playbook here. Rules don't apply to me. Authority is the enemy. If I cooperate, it's weakness. If I'm challenged, it's an insult. Volume equals power, so I just raise my voice. This is the classic ego defense loop of insecure males who never had a rite of passage to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually a big street racing culture in Atlanta where they will go and block intersections or an underpass. They blocked an entire tunnel once and did like burnouts, donuts, and all that kind of stuff. Doing burnouts and drifting on an interstate highway and block the road to keep the police out. So if you're part of that scene, you probably are a little bit defiant to the police officer. But we all know none of them are as bad as this guy's sister. You're gonna
You know
have
what
to
my
face her.
favorite line is? Yeah, that's my favorite line in this whole clip. Have fun. I want you to have fun explaining this to my sister.
Because everybody knows.
Okay.
I want to get a look at her and see what we're dealing with, man.
Yeah.
She must be a terror.
I bet later that day, those cops were standing there with their heads down, their hats taken off, behind them. Like, ma'am, I'm so sorry. And she just laid into him.
Yeah.
I had enough of you.
Rightfully so.
But
I
it
think
is
the cop here is doing what a dad should be doing for this kid. He held the line. He was calm. He didn't get reactive. He didn't match all their emotional energy. And that kid has probably watched years of over crazy emotional reactions and watching whoever this guy is. Maybe, I don't know how long they've lived together, but watching him
tell.
kind of weaponize drama as a way to be dominant over situations, which is exactly what we saw. Both of them had the exact same intro. Step back, step back, step back. It was identical. And the dad didn't even know the kid did that.
Yeah. Well, and it's just entitled behavior. I'm allowed to get away with this because I'm allowed to get away with it.
Well, that's the irony for me is you've got a couple of people being these sovereign individuals of like the rules don't apply to me. This is the way it is. I know the law. This is how. And if it isn't like that, this is how it should be. I'm an individual and I have these inalienable rights of an individual, rather than actually being civic members. Which is, it's ironic given the vehicle that he's got, but the idea of civic and being civil and a citizen is that you are part of a walled-in group. You're protected from the outside world, and you have certain rules to be part of that civic group. Because otherwise, you're just out in the wilds. You're out in the country with the animals.
I knew Mark would draw a line somewhere, but I could not have seen that coming for $1 million.
That's a great one.
True. It's so true. And the worst thing about this video is I think there's two types. There's a people who view masculinity as control and some as character. And I think we're maybe looking at somebody who views masculinity as control. Maybe he was having a bad day. But when your bad day is including escalating a situation, acting like this, it might be a different thing.
I think he had a great day. You know why I think he had a great day? Because he didn't go to jail and he didn't get shot. And he was pushing up against it in a lot of angles. These guys were kind and gentle. The other guy deserved it. And my other favorite thing is, oh, Justin, you've been quiet for a few years. So he's been in trouble with the law before. He's looking at the terminal and figured out that's
what was interesting was that the kid didn't run to his stepfather, the stepdad, and start trying to explain what happened and say, because usually when you see situations like this, it's like, you're not gonna believe what happened. This is what's going on. And they'll be yelling it as stuff's happening, which makes the situation even worse. But the kid spaced himself pretty far away and was just watching, because I think that is the alpha at his house, is that guy. And the way he's acting there is exactly the way that kid's acting. So I think he's probably been his stepkid for a long time. Because to be able to mirror that behavior almost verbatim, almost exactly, like, almost clone it and say, now send in a father doing the same thing, as you would in training. It doesn't get any clearer than that, I don't think. But the odd thing for me was I felt sorry a little bit for the kid because he wasn't looking for the guy to rescue him. Oh, thank God he's here. Now, he called him and told him where he was, what was going on, and the guy shows up, but he didn't try to connect with him. You never saw any interaction between those two, unless I missed.
Well, the alpha at that house is going to be the sister when she comes over. That's going to then you're going to know who's actually in.
She probably doesn't even live there.
As the tow truck arrives, the suspect's stepfather arrives on scene, and he quickly becomes a suspect himself.
Okay, we're towing the car. I need you to back off. Because the VIN's covered. Back
I'm
up.
on fucking...
Okay, that's great. The tow truck is coming right here. I need you to move. Back up.
You don't need to touch me.
Get away.
Hey, he was having the same issue touching me.
Go.
I'm asking a motherfucking
Move.
question, okay?
The tow truck is blocking. You're blocking the tow truck. Go.
Don't fucking touch me, dude.
Go.
He's touched me multiple times. Don't fucking touch me.
Get out. Okay, turn around, put your arms right back.
Are you fucking serious? I'm trying to figure out what the purpose is for you guys
nothing to do with you. You're under arrest this time.
Oh, shit. You're good, dude. Don't quit it.
Is he being arrested or detained?
Yes, he's being arrested. You got anything illegal on you?
Do I what?
Anything illegal on you? Any drugs, contraband, weapons?
I have a torch in my pocket.
Torch. So real quick, you're being audio and video recorded. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You understand all that?
Yes.
What's your name?
Justin.
Justin.
Yeah.
What's your relationship here?
It's my stepkid.
Stepkid.
Yes.
Okay, all this could have been simply avoided just by uncovering a VIN and explaining why the VIN's covered. Now we got a C6, we have to think it's stolen. The VIN's covered, it's got no plates. What I tried to explain, why it getting towed.
Still in it?
There's no plates on it.
In the trunk. There's not a plate in the trunk. No.
Okay? It's a Honda Civic. Look at me, Justin.
I know.
It's a Honda Civic, right? Most commonly stolen vehicle. Yes, yes. See, shake up and down. All this could have been avoided with just a little bit of cooperation. Now, when I tell you to get out of the way, the tow truck's coming because I got to seize this vehicle, you need to get out of the way. Not sit here and keep arguing with me, blocking the tow truck and blocking me from doing my job. That's why you're under arrest.
Answer my question.
Why is the car getting towed?
Yeah.
Because the VIN is covered.
Okay, well, that would have been... Was that really that hard to say?
Is that my job to explain to you? Why are you here?
Have fun explaining this to my sister. The fact that I'm not making my flight now.
Come on over here. I thought you looked familiar. You've been staying out of trouble for a while.
6 in, I want customer. Is he gonna make it? Sitting there talking to the guy, hey, man, this is your car.
Yeah.
Just cover the bid, man.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, what do you think about all this so far?
Yeah, so something came to mind for me. My dad was a teacher for most of his career. Dad, love you. And he used to say a couple of things. One was, don't leave them any worse than you found them, which was, a good way of thinking about how to deal with kids. The other was, if you want to understand who the kids are, wait until parents' evening. And then you really get a sense of who you've got here. This is a classic example of parents' evening because, the police here are trying to organize this, and then the parent shows up and you really get an understanding of, oh, this is probably where it's coming from. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be genetic at all. This is a case of microculture. Chase, what do you think?
Imprinting, almost, I think we've all got our moments. I think a lot of people might look at a situation and ignore a lot of what's going on way backstage. And we got a peek there. And I think if we were all given the ability to see the stuff going on, not just in somebody's lives off camera, but way deep in their psychology, like how they learn these behaviors and all this kind of stuff. If we saw it for 2 seconds, I think it would humble the shit out of us. Not to say that exonerates anybody, but it would humble us, I would hope, unless you're maybe a sociopath. One thing that I try to keep my mind focused on is seeing every behavior as a reason. If we can do that, I think we transform our skills to a new level, and it doesn't require much training at all. Just keep that in mind. Every time you see judgment, you should pay close attention to judgment, not just when we judge people, but when we hear it from other people. It's the most revealing and exposing human behavior out there, in my opinion. And we judge what we hide in ourselves, and we tend to use insults that are the ones that hurt us the most because we think that's going to cause the most damage. So pay attention to judgment and insults. They are very revealing. Greg, what do you got?
I would say I like our show, not because of the body language. Body language is okay. The why is what I care about more than anything else. No. Mark, I'm going to mirror what you said. My dad was a mechanic, and my dad said one thing when you did something stupid: don't be a dumbass. This guy never said that. Scott, what do you got?
Yeah, I really like this one, but I really felt sorry for even though that kid's a smart ass and all that, I felt sorry for him once I saw that stepdad show up because it told us a lot about what must have gone on in his life growing up.
Yeah.
What he's seen and what he's been through and what he's done and all that, which doesn't excuse his behavior. He should know better than that. But how could he know better than that if he hasn't had, if he's never seen the way to do things, the way to react, the way to solve problems, the way to get along with people, the way to talk your way through situations that are when something's going on, when things are messed up, how's he going to know how to do it? That's what happens. That's what happens when an idiot gives birth to another, to a child, and it grows up being an idiot too. I know it's a stepdad, but you know what I mean? So I think that's a great example of that, how important parents, the role they play in the way the child becomes an adult, or even it becomes a child or a kid, as it grows up. So I think they're a reflection. You always hear that, a child is a reflection of their parents. Well, it's true. And we see that here because that stepdad did exactly what that kid did, not, 10 minutes before that. And the police officer didn't treat the kid the way he treated the stepdad because he knows the stepdad knows better. So maybe the cop is getting by us by understanding those things, and we didn't even really talk about it that much. So maybe he's a really smart guy. I mean, I'm not saying maybe he's a smart one. I'm just saying maybe he's really smart and sees all that and gets it. Which I guess after you've been out working on the job that long, you see that and you understand what it is. And then when the person shows up who's caused all that or raised that person to be that way shows up, you go, I know what this is. And that's why I locked him up really quick, got him chained up. All right, fellas, I think this was fun, and we'll see you next time. Yeah.